Thank you for introduction. So good afternoon. My name is Masayuki Watanabe, and please allow me to use my papers because of my poor English, but I'll do my best. I'm the founder and CEO of the London-based education company, Quipper. Okay, this is a picture. I'd like to be completely honest with you today. I want to tell you about all the difficulties we face as an edtech company in trying to build a global education platform. At first, let's get the boring part out of the way. Myself. I joined McKinsey as a graduate in 1997. I learned a lot of things, but my greatest luck was in meeting the brilliant Tomoko Namba, a business person whom I admire and with whom I was lucky enough to form a strong working relationship there. In 1999, she left McKinsey, and I went with her together. We founded the social gaming company DNA. Fortunately, DNA succeeded as a startup. Now, their profit is more than $500 million US, and their employees are more than 2,000. In my 10 years at DNA, I oversaw more projects and web services than I can remember, including e-commerce, online travel agency, and online auction, and international mergers and acquisition, and gaming, and many, many other sectors. It was really exciting experience in my life, a period of constant learning for me. But my time at DNA is only half of the story, maybe less than half. My greatest inspiration in life has come from traveling. But what I learned on my travels had little to do with foreign cultures, or this planet's great history, or our heritage as human beings. And yet what I learned was more valuable and more pressing, more urgent than any of those things. I learned how lucky I was. Since my days as a student, I've been a keen traveler, and I've visited more than 30 countries. I spent some time in refugee camps and even helped building school equipment like bookshelves. While I saw volunteering, I was alarmed by this simple fact. If you are born in an impoverished country, your chance of getting a proper education are very small, limited. And without that vital education, your opportunities rapidly diminish. I saw the downward spiral. That was the starting point for Quipper. So they are our real users. The idea is simple but powerful. I want to live in a world where anyone, regardless of their economic status and physical location, can cheaply or freely access education material of the highest quality. A world where children, for example, children in rural Nigeria can learn mathematics from a leading professor in the world, so UK or US or I don't know. Where a Japanese fisherman can learn about the best fishing technology from a great fishing teacher in Taiwan, maybe. At Quipper, we like to call ourselves distributors of wisdom. Our aim is to revolutionize the way people learn and share knowledge by leveraging the mobile and internet technology. I founded Quipper in London in December 2010. To data, our platform has been used by more than 9 million learners, and they have answered more than 250 million questions. We've raised more than $10 million US dollar from leading venture capitals, such as Atomico in London, Globis Capital Partners in Tokyo, and 500 startups in the United States. We now have offices in London, Tokyo, and Manila, and we are expanding very aggressively, so especially in Asian countries. So this is our basic services. So quick snapshot of what the Quipper platform looks like. So as you can see, our platform comprises three main components: creation, and learning and assessment. About creation, we work with hundreds of learning education companies and publishers and teachers to create the highest quality learning materials and make it all available for free to teachers from all over the world. About assessment, teachers, so classroom teachers, or maybe the craft school teachers, can take these materials and assign them to their students, whilst tracking and monitoring the progress of their students. Learning, students can receive their assignment whatever they are on, whenever internet-enabled devices they have. Now that you have some ideas of our vision and our method and our services, let me talk to you about those challenges I mentioned. After all, there are thousands of people around the world with similar idea, so maybe same idea, and visions. The edutech education technology industry, in particular, has seen many grand and fantastic visions ending in failure. Why is that so? After having worked in this industry for some years, I've discovered that there are two key challenges that we need to overcome for successes. The first is the comparative attitude of the edutech industry and teaching profession. The school is a difficulty, the second is the difficulty of getting the service right. And here are the lessons I've learned in trying to overcome these challenges. Okay, 3 lessons. The first lesson is balance. It's crucial to have a good balance between web service and education service. Most edutech startups tend to provide cutting-edge, so web technology-based services without much regard to its real proved academic value, academic impact. On the other side of things, traditional education companies often fail to take advantage of web technologies, too often trying to merely replicate what has been successful in the old way. Balancing technology and tradition is hard, but essential. The second lesson is that experimentation is key. We are 100% responsible for the quality of our services, but it's arrogant to assume we can provide the best service from day one. Many companies fail with huge visions because they don't respond to the concerns of real initial users. Improvement and refinement must be iterative and respond to what users really need. Of course, we can't and shouldn't be too experimental, so with our real students, but we should be prepared to adapt when the data and voices tell us to. The last lesson is this. Technology doesn't matter. This is the most important. What matters is how it's applied. We tend to believe that new technologies are always revolutionary and disruptive. But the essence of education hasn't changed over centuries. We shouldn't overestimate the impact of new technology or try it for revolution's sake. In edutech, education always comes first. Those are the 3 key lessons that I've learned regarding edutech pitfalls. in the years since I founded Quipper. Of course, there are still lessons to learn for us, and the learning curve will remain steep. But I believe we are getting closer to providing the best online learning experience. So let me now introduce Quipper School video, our fragment product. 3 minutes.
I can't imagine teaching without this now. This has given my class a real boost. I can't wait to see it spread further across the Philippines.
Leora is one of many teachers in the Philippines who's discovering a powerful new teaching tool. She can assess all 90 of her students' work instantly. She's able to identify the strengths and weaknesses of her students in a matter of moments. And she can assign them class or homework tasks, all with a few taps on her tablet. Leora is using Quipper School. UNESCO has highlighted the global teacher shortage the world is facing. Not enough teachers means overcrowded classes and shorter learning hours for students. In some cases, the shortage of teachers means children will receive no education at all. It also means that across the world, teachers will have to teach more students more effectively than ever before. In the Philippines, the average class size in many schools is around 50 students. In some countries, there are as many as 80 students to every single teacher, nearly 4 times the OECD average. The advent of the mobile internet has given rise to new possibilities. Internet-capable devices are becoming increasingly widespread throughout the world, even where other privations are a normal part of daily life. That's why we created Quipper School. We want any child with an internet connection to be able to learn effectively. And we want to empower the world's overburdened teachers to equip them to teach more students more effectively. First, we created educational content that's aligned to the national curriculum, arranged into lessons and multiple choice quizzes. With this base of content, teachers can assign topics directly to their students' devices, whether desktop, tablet or smartphone. All assignments are stored in the cloud. Assessment can be measured instantly without the need for paperwork. Students can study anywhere with an internet connection, whether in an internet cafe or on their smartphone. It doesn't have to start in a computer lab. Leora sets homework assignments from her own home. Her students will receive the assignment the next time they log in. Lorraine is one of Leora's students. She's taking her assignment in an internet cafe, in between Facebook sessions and Candy Crush Saga. Keela has finished her assignments but wants to keep on learning. She can access the whole curriculum on her tablet and find the topics she needs to revise before her exams. We're a business, not a charity, but we promise that the core service will be free forever. We're looking at ways to offer premium features to those who can afford it, without ever compromising our free offering. At the moment, we're working in the United States, Japan, and the Philippines, but we're looking to grow quickly over the coming months. Education and technology make the world a better place. We believe in bringing them together.
So this is our service, Quipper School. Now we are providing this service to Philippines and Indonesia and Vietnam and Thailand and UK, Turkey, Russia, and United States and Japan, a lot of countries. So it's easy for us to adapt our curriculum to national local curriculum, and so seeking for initial teachers and so ask them to penetrate the service to the colleagues. So next, I want to explain about challenges for Quipper School. The first problem we encountered was localization. So we have a global vision, but education remains a local service, and the materials teachers use are different at every level, from national to district, school to school, and even from teachers to teachers. Even when teaching the same grade and same subject. So different teachers want to teach differently and want to use the service differently. So we have to accommodate that need. And conservative attitude is also a very difficult issue for us. It's hard to break old habits. This is particularly true for teachers who have often been working with their own methods over many years in their classrooms. And they are very confident about their own method, education method. So asking to change their habits often requires a lot of work and support. Most fundamentally of all, we can't take our eyes off the effectiveness. Will our service make kids smarter? This is the most basic question for anyone in this industry, but one which a surprising number of companies cannot easily answer. It's good service, but so nobody knows it's efficient or efficacy is high or not. With Quipper School, we've been managing to tackle and solve these challenges. As a result, our current retention rate is retention of usage of teachers, and viral rate are very high. Once teachers start using our service, they tend to like it and are prepared to keep using it for a very long time. And many of our initial teachers introduced Quipper School to their peers, the colleagues. This is a viral effect. So by definition, teachers love sharing and teaching something to colleagues, something to others. So viral marketing is very effective in this industry. Some have been voluntarily creating tutorial videos and their own educational content, and even making and wearing unofficial Quipper t-shirts. It's a pleasure to work with teachers that have such a pioneering spirit, and also we've been working to see what works and what doesn't work. In doing so, we've tapped into vast amounts of learning data from users, real users. With proper research, we've learned a lot firsthand about the shape of true adaptive learning and true gamification in education. Now, I can say with confidence, yes, Quipper is making kids smarter. I always tell my team that we are making progress on our ascent of Mount Education. But there is still a long way to go, but what drives us forward is the smile of the learners. We are here to provide them with what they want to learn eagerly. Thank you very much.